Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Finishing Blow. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. My week has been very, very interesting, but also on the news side of things, very good. So this week though, I'm going to do things a little bit differently because of the fact that a lot of the news that came out this week were about the same film. So I'm not going to do a day-by-day thing. I'm just going to do the film in bulk. I think it's going to be easier that way. So let's kick it off with the Expendables 3. Big news, I guess you could call it, is that Jackie Chan will not be in the Expendables 3. This doesn't come as a surprise to me because of the fact that I had a feeling he wasn't going to be in the film. He wants to do like a buddy movie with Stallone, not necessarily the Expendables. So I can understand why Jackie turned it down, why he backed out of it. He's always been interested in working with Stallone. If you guys remember Burn Hollywood Burn, or have erased that out of your memory, I'm sorry. But he's always been interested in working with Stallone on a film. I just don't think he thought this was the movie for it. So a lot of people are disappointed or upset that Jackie's not going to be in it. It's not that huge of a deal to me. There's so many other names to this film that I don't think it's going to have that big of an impact. So anyways, Jackie Chan is out. So if you guys are looking forward to Expendables 3 just for Jackie, I'm sorry to have disappointed you. Okay, next up though, Mel Gibson is being the bad guy, and he looks ridiculously bulked up. But we also have some story details as to what's going to happen in the Expendables 3, which is kind of interesting actually. So the story is Barney Ross and this other guy, Mel Gibson's character, Stone Banks, I believe it is, founded the Expendables team. But for some reason, I don't remember if it's he was assigned to or that he just went crazy or whatever, but Stallone's character, Barney Ross, was forced to kill, quote-unquote, Mel Gibson's character. But obviously that didn't succeed, and now Stone Brooks is back and wants to destroy the Expendables team. So you've got this opposite idea, I guess, from the Expendables 2. But the thing that's interesting about it is that Stallone has cast these new names, new faces to be on the Expendables team. So what they're going to do is they're going to have the old team and the new team split into two different groups and go from there. I believe what's going to happen is that they're actually going to be kind of making fun of each other. You know, we used to do it this way, that's not how we do things anymore, stuff like that. So I'm hoping it actually turns out really good. I think that, you know, Stallone's very self-aware that this new generation's coming and that they do things differently with technology and how they track different things. So hopefully that's integrated in there really well. But filming just started, so be sure to check back and see what other news I find on the Expendables 3, but it looks good. It looks interesting. I'm curious to see how they do it. And also Jet Li is on the cast again, so maybe he didn't turn it down after all. I thought that he was done after the second one, but I can be proven wrong, and I'll be fine with that, because Jet's small cameo in 2 was very, very good. So anyways, that's it for the Expendables 3, at least what I know right now. And then Fight of the Week, just real quick, I want to tell you guys that I did do a Fight of the Week. If you have not seen it yet, it is the quote-unquote final episode of The Hunt with Vlad, and it's amazing. If you have not seen it yet, just watch it. Watch it from the beginning, because it's very, very cool. Okay, so next up is probably the news that everybody else is very interested and curious about. It is Rise of the Legend, which is the Fei-hung reboot. A lot of news as to who's playing what. So at the beginning, we didn't know exactly what was going on with the film, but now they've actually had their opening ceremony, so we know who's doing what and what's going on with it. So Roy Chow would be directing the film. Fei-hung is going to be playing a main villain in the movie, which I think will be pretty good as long as they don't like overlap with Ip Man too much. Hopefully they try to do something different with that. The choreography is going to be done by Corey Yuen, which I kind of expressed my thoughts on that on my article. I'm not a huge fan of Corey Yuen, and I know that there's people that are. I know that people see the name and they get excited, but for me, a lot of my favorite Jet Li films weren't choreographed by him. Now, there are some films that I enjoy, like Shaolin was choreographed by him, and I enjoy it a lot. So I'm not saying that it's going to be bad. I'm just saying that it could be good, it could be bad, you know, but everybody has had misfires. You know, Sammo Hung, Yuen Woo-ping, they've choreographed films that aren't amazing either. So it can go either way. I'm just letting you know that I'm not a huge fan of it, so I'm not setting my bar as high. So what else do we know? We know who's playing Buk Tu So, but I don't know how to pronounce it, so I don't want to butcher it. But So has been cast as well. And then obviously Eddie Peng as Wong Fei-hung himself. Now, I don't know how I feel about this. I haven't seen enough of Eddie Peng's films to really put a, I guess, a unbiased opinion on it, because I've only seen a handful of films. But I know he's in Unbeatable, and I'm pretty sure that movie's doing really, really well. So I hope he does a good job. I still feel like this whole reboot thing is unnecessary, especially after watching Once Upon a Time in China again. But, you know, I can't prevent it from happening, so I might as well just embrace it for what it is. But, yes, Eddie Peng as Wong Fei-hung, and then Angela Baby apparently is playing a character that they have not announced yet, so it may be like on 13. I don't know if that's really going to happen or not, but it's possible. But I just don't know. Since they have Buk Tu So, it's an option, but who knows at this point. Nothing really big on the side of the plot yet, but I'm sure they're keeping that under wraps just to get, you know, have something up their sleeve. So anyways, Rise of the Legend is coming, and whether we like it or not, I'm sure we're going to get more news about it in the meantime. Okay, quick little break from the news, from the bigger news, is that Zhang Ziyi will be reprising her role in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, the sequel. I don't know why. I feel like they left it, the way it ended was so ambiguous that they're going to ruin how the first one ended by bringing her back in flashbacks, because obviously she survived. So I don't know if I like that or not. It's just really, really weird to me that they did it that way. But what can you do? It's going to happen either way. But yes, a lot of the cast members are returning. Of course, I want to see Donnie Yen playing in this film. Hopefully, I'm thinking that maybe it's a good film because they're getting, you know, these characters to come back, these people to play their roles again. So hopefully the script is strong. But I'm just being very cautious about this. You know, you've got so many different names attached to the film, especially with the directing. Ang Lee's not doing it anymore. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to Crouching Tiger. And lastly, a review for Once Upon a Time in China. How could I not, with all this talk about Wong Fei-hung this week? I just had to do it. So I went back, watched Jet Li's original Wong Fei-hung film, and I still stand by it. I don't feel like it's necessary to have a reboot of this film. I actually had my girlfriend watch it with me because she's never seen it. So, and she enjoyed it. At least that's what she told me. But I feel kind of bummed because it's the first Wong Fei-hung film that she's seen. I didn't get to show her like Drunken Master, but the thing is, I've reviewed Drunken Master 1 and 2 on my site and haven't done the Wong Fei-hung films, the Once Upon a Time in China films. So I went ahead and did those instead. So I'm going to break her into that. So anyways, I'm slowly educating her on the martial arts side of things. But yeah, so that's all I have this week, to be honest with you guys. Next week, I don't know if it's going to be the same kind of thing where it's just all one long news post, but a lot of cool stuff on the Facebook wall as well, so be sure to check that out. I've got some images of Special Identity that Danny Ho was nice enough to send over to me, as well as what else do I have on there? Just cool little tidbits that you guys can check out, so be sure to check those out and like the Facebook page so that you can see those little blips. I enjoy doing it that way a little bit more so that I don't feel like there's as many things I have to write about, and I can just throw them out there and you guys can just have at it. So I enjoy it that way. Hopefully you guys don't mind it. But that's all I got. So until next week, you guys stay awesome, and thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is KMO, and this week has been finished.